going to discuss with you about counseling management system. So what do you mean by this counseling management system? So the objective of this counseling management system, we have to design a system so where we rationalize the admission belonging to the particular courses in the universities. So it helps us to solve some problems of different institutions and minimize the physical, mental and financial burden of getting an admission. So today getting admission, so all this is a tedious process. So everything it is carried out in an online counseling management system. So there are multiple entrance examinations taking place all over the country. Final year projects help for computer science. They allow students to work out choices for a division. Clear with this? So this is what we are going to do in this project. So this is the main objective. So many online counseling systems, they came into existence. It supports the students in getting required help about the educational policies of universities, colleges. So what do you mean by this counseling management system? So soon after they complete their 12th grade, many people, they search for different types of jobs. So what jobs, what kind of jobs I'm going to get? So how much salary I'm going to earn? So what are all the different types of colleges I have to register? What are all the different types of courses? They have numerous questions in their minds. So what do you mean by this counseling? So counseling, it is the process that includes different types of activities, just guiding students towards colleges and universities, supporting them to register their courses, providing full-time guidance in getting the information related to their college registration process. So this online counseling system gives great support to universities and colleges through which they can totally reduce the paper usage for counseling and guiding the students towards their university courses. So this is a overall overview about this project, that is abstract. So currently in the existing system, so what is happening in the existing system? So existing counseling systems, they are manual. So there is a huge involvement of humans and paperwork. It consumes more time, costly process. Counseling more students is a complex task. So risk and data management, I have different challenges in the existing system. So it is a more complex process and it requires more human effort and time. So it's less accurate when compared to the proposed system. So all these are the disadvantages of my existing system. So in order to overcome the disadvantage of my existing system, I'm just going for the proposed system. So what is going to happen in the proposed system? So it's a two-way beneficiary process to universities as well as the students. Students can view courses offered in universities and colleges and will get guidance in opting for a course, as well as they will be counseled online. So universities can manage their student database and support students starting from course selection up to certification. So this proposed system is having many added advantages, that it is a cost-effective process, it consumes less time and does not include any human errors, because every activity will be performed through online. So what are all the advantages of my proposed system? And compared to the existing system, what are all the advantages? So it's more efficient and robust when compared to the existing system. So when compared to the existing system, so what is the advantage of my proposed system? It is more efficient and robust. Whenever I want to show something, so everything is carried out online. So it is more efficient and robust when compared to the existing system. So beneficial to both the students as well as the counseling officers. So all these are the advantages of the proposed system. So whenever I consider the proposed system, so I have an admin login. So I have ID, password. Whenever I have a student login, so I have student ID, password, name. So whenever he is a new student registration, he is going to provide the name, address, mobile number, email ID, password, user ID. So student counseling management system. So when you consider this counselor login, he is going to have a ID and password. So counseling, student counseling system. So he is going to view the profile, manage the student, change password. So he can log out, he can manage the counselor and add any feedback. So clear with this? So what do you mean by this counseling management system? And all these are the different modules that are present in my counseling management system. So all these are the different modules, course code, identity code. So when you consider the hardware and software requirements, all these are the different hardware and software requirements that are essential to do this project. So everything is developed using Java language. Whenever you consider this counseling management system, so everything is developed using Java language. And at the front end, I require JSP, that is Java server pages, and the business functionality is written in the servlets. And backend, everything is stored in the MySQL. So the database part, I am just using MySQL. So web server, I am just using this Glassfish server. So all these are the different hardware and software requirements that are essential to do this project. And processor, I require greater than 2 gigahertz processor. Hard disk, I require 40 GB hard disk and 1 GB RAM. So all these are the different hardware requirements that are essential to do this project. So clear with the abstract. So what do you mean by counseling management systems becoming online? So you can consider any online applications. For example, a hospital management system, a student management system, so counseling management system, student placement council, a railway management system. So everything is becoming online. So or you can consider some other type. For example, you can consider a hospital management system, restaurant management system, patient. So everything is becoming online. E-commerce industry, online buying and selling. So Amazon, Flipkart. So everything is becoming online. So clear with this. So all these are the hard requirements. So counseling management system, everything is developed using the Java language. So Java is based on the OOPS concept, that is object oriented programming systems. Everything is based on the Java language, and front end I'm using Java server pages, ASP, and the business functionality is written in the servlets. And back end I'm using MySQL, that is the database, everything is stored in MySQL, and server I'm using the Glassfish server. So all these are the different hardware and software that are essential to do this project. So clear with the abstract. If you are interested, you can go to InstaMojo and you can register for Java Full Stack Internship Program, JFSMC3. This is the coupon code. Once you register for the internship, you will be getting access to the PPTs, the recorded videos, the project files, how the projects are being developed. You will be gaining more practical knowledge. Once you attend this masterclass for 25 days, you will be receiving a free webinar certificate. The internship users, they will be receiving an internship certificate as well as a participation certificate. If you are interested, you can go to InstaMojo, register for Java Full Stack Internship Program, JFSMC3. This is the coupon code. Once you register for the internship, you will be getting access to the PPTs, the recorded videos, the project files, how the projects are being developed. You will be gaining more practical knowledge. Once you attend this masterclass for 25 days, you will be receiving a free webinar certificate. And the internship users, they will be receiving an internship certificate as well as a participation certificate. So what we are going to see, what is the benefits of this internship? So 30 days of live sessions, 90 days of access to the records. You will be getting 8+ source codes, 30 downloadable presentations, and finally you will be getting a internship certification. So all this are the benefits of this internship program. All right. So I was just discussing what we are going to do in this internship. So basically I was discussing. So this is what we are going to see in this 30 days masterclass. So firstly, I was discussing with you about Java. What is the use of Java language? What are the different types of comments, looping statements, operators, access modifiers? What do you mean by inheritance? I was discussing with you about different types of concepts. So and then I discussed with you about regular expressions. So and then I started with HTML. What do you mean by hypertext markup language? What are all the different types of tags and attributes available in HTML? So what is the use of colors, CSS, tables, form attributes? So and then I gave you some introduction to servlets. So what is the use of servlets? So and then I gave you some introduction to MySQL, the database section. So servlets, when you handle, how to handle some exceptions, cookies handling, session tracking, database access, file uploading. So and then I was discussing with you about MySQL database section. Clear with this? So how to create database, how to drop database, how to insert records, delete records. So and then I started with JDBC, Java database connectivity, how to connect Java with the database. And finally, I will be discussing how to develop some full stack websites using Java. So this is what we are going to see in this 30 days masterclass. So all these are the different types of projects. So firstly, I was discussing with you about eraser coding, public auditing, counseling management system, software puzzle, crime management system, and then secure multi-owner data sharing. So this is what we are going to see in this 30 days masterclass. Clear with this? So firstly, I was discussing with you about different things. So I just gave you some introduction to counseling management system. So inside my web pages, I have web information, whatever is the web information. So I have CSS, cascaded style sheets, I have some images, and inside this I have different .js files. So inside this admin.jsp, so I have whatever JSP files, Java server pages, it is written inside my admin.jsp file. So whenever I want to write any JavaScript, I am having a starting script tag and a closing script tag. Inside this, whenever I want to define any function, I am using the function keyword followed by the name of the function. So variable username equal to document.f1.username.value. So I am fetching username and password. So div class equal to login and header class. I am just having the corresponding header class. So form class equal to login form and action equal to admin and method equal to post request. So input type equal to text, placeholder equal to username and class equal to a name equal to username. So I'm just mentioning the corresponding input types. I can go for text or I can go for password. And finally, I'm just mentioning, so button type equal to submit, class equal to, so I'm just giving the corresponding button type. So clear with this? So this is how my, that is admin.jsp file looks like. So next I have this college.jsp. So firstly I was discussing with you about admin.jsp. So and then I have this college.jsp file. And inside this college.jsp, so I'm just having this form name equal to whatever is the form name and action equal to college and method equal to post request. So I'm just having here label for equal to username and input type equal to text. So I'm just having cutoff minimum, maximum, college location, college type, and then I'm having the pin code. So all these, whenever I have some input types, I'm just mentioning the input type as text. So label for ID equal to address, name equal to T6. So clear with this. So form name. So I'm just having the action as college details, method equal to post request. So I'm just having this TR table header. So select college ID name. So all these are the different types of headers. And whenever I want to connect with the database, I'm using this class dot for name. So whichever inbuilt functions I have to call. So using this class, using dot operator, I'm just calling this for name function. So whatever is the name of the driver, I'm just mentioning the corresponding name of the driver here. So com.mysql.jdbc.driver and using this driver manager.getConnection. For example, I'm establishing a connection with the database. I'm providing the corresponding username and password. And con.create statement, it is stored in the statement variable and select star from college ordered by count descending. So I am going to select all the details from my college ordered by count descending. And using the statement variable using dot operator, I am calling this inbuilt function called execute query function. So clear with this. So rs dot get string of 1. So I am just getting whatever is the college ID, college name, grade, cutoff, minimum, maximum. So I have login.jsp file. So whenever I want to perform some login operation, so everything is present in my login.jsp file. So when you go inside this login.jsp, so you can just view what are the different things that are present in my login.jsp. So body align equal to center. And inside this, I'm just having the font tag. So font size equal to 8 and color, whatever is the color, I'm just having here as user login. So method equal to post request and on submit, I'm just giving here. So I'm just having this label tag. So I'm having a username and password. I'm just mentioning the corresponding username and password. So clear with this? So this is my login.jsp file, and then I'm having this success.jsp file. So whenever you go inside this success.jsp, so whatever front end logic I want to write, so everything is written inside my success.jsp file. So I'm having this HTML tag, and inside this I'm just going for this head section. So I'm having this title tag. So it is having a starting title tag and a closing title tag, and body align equal to center. So I'm having this welcome.jsp. So inside this welcome.jsp, so you can just view here. So I'm having this starting HTML tag, and inside this I'm just having this head tag. So I'm just having title. So whatever type of tags, when I was discussing with you about HTML, I was discussing, right? So the entire hypertext markup language, it is based on tags and attributes. So I'm just mentioning the title. It is having a starting title tag and a closing title tag. So and then I'm providing link href equal to css or bootstrap.css and div class. For example, navigation bar, I'm just giving here. So button type equal to button, class equal to, I'm just giving here. So list class, unordered list, I can go for different types of list. Href equal to admin.jsp, index.jsp, login.jsp. So I'm just providing a link to different .jsp files. So I'm just mentioning form name action equal to method equal to post request. So I'm mentioning the corresponding username and password. So label for an input type equal to text and ID equal to email. So I'm just providing the email ID, mobile number, address, school name. So all these are the different fields that are present in my index.jsp file. So I have admin.java file. So all my business logic are present in my .java files. So whenever I want to write any kind of Java coding, so firstly I need to import the corresponding packages and libraries. So what are all the essential packages and libraries? So firstly I need to import the corresponding packages and libraries. So I'm just importing this java.io.io exception. So and then I'm importing this java.io.printWriter and sql.result set. So I'm just having here servlet.servlet exception, annotation.webservlet, HTTP servlet, servlet request response. So name equal to admin. So class admin, it is extending this HTTP servlet. So I can go for college.java. So this is one more .java file. So whenever I want to write any kind of Java coding, so firstly I need to import the corresponding packages and libraries. So what are all the essential packages and libraries? So firstly I am just importing the corresponding packages and libraries. So I am just importing this java.io.io exception. And then I am importing this java.io.printWriter. So and then I'm importing this SQL.connection. So whenever I want to establish a connection to the database, so I'm just importing this java.sql.connection. Java.sql.driver manager, prepared statement, servlet exception, annotation, web servlet, servlet request response. So what are all the different that is packages and libraries? So firstly I'm just importing the corresponding packages and libraries. So after importing the corresponding packages and libraries, whenever I want to define any new class, I am using the class keyword followed by the name of the class. So it is extending this HTTP servlet. So web servlet name, I'm giving the college name and URL patterns. Inside this protected void process request. So whenever I want to process any request, it comes inside, and then I'm going to process any type of request. So using this response variable using dot operator, there is an inbuilt function called set content type function. So whichever inbuilt functions I have to call using this response variable using dot operator, I have to call the corresponding inbuilt function. So text or HTML, and using this print writer object out.println, I'm printing something at the output. So I'm having college details.java. So whenever I want to fetch some college details, it goes to the corresponding servlet and the business operation is performed. So from the form action, you have different .jsp files, right? So to whichever page it wants, it goes to the corresponding .java file. So I have login.java. So whenever I want to do any kind of login operations, it comes to the login.java file. So firstly, I'm just importing the corresponding packages and libraries. So what are the different packages? Whenever I'm writing any kind of Java coding, so what are the important packages and libraries? Firstly, I'm just importing the corresponding packages and libraries. So I'm just importing this java.io.io exception. So whenever I want to handle any input-output exception, so I'm just handling this java.io.io exception. So and then I'm importing this java.io.println. So using this print writer object, whenever I want to write something at my output, so I can go for this print writer class. So and then I'm importing this java.sql.resultSet. So if I want to fetch some records from the database, I can go for result set and servlet exception, web servlet. So all these are the different types of packages and libraries. And whenever I want to define any new class, I am using the class keyword followed by the name of the class. So I am defining a class called login. It is extending this HTTP servlet. So it is prepended by the public access modifier. So I can go for different types of access modifiers. It is prepended by the public access modifier. So I'm giving at web servlet annotation name equal to login, and whatever is the URL pattern, I'm just mentioning the corresponding URL pattern here. So public protected void process request. So I'm just calling this method process request. So response dot set content type, whichever inbuilt functions I have to call. So I'm just calling this inbuilt function called set content type. So I am mentioning whatever is the content type, I am just mentioning the content type. And out.println, whenever I want to print something at the output, I am using the print writer object. So registration servlet, so whenever I want to do some registrations, it comes to the registration servlet. So accordingly, I need to import the essential packages and libraries. So what are the important packages and libraries? I need to import the corresponding packages and libraries. So after doing all these things, just right click and there is an option to run this file. So my counseling management system, so it will be deployed in my web server. So clear with this, it is going to take some time, so it is loading. So once all my files are loaded, so this will be displayed at my web browser. So I am just importing the essential packages and libraries. What are the important packages and libraries? I am just importing the corresponding packages and libraries. So whenever I want to define any new class, I am using the class keyword followed by the name of the class. So it is extending this HTTP servlet. It is prepended by the public access modifier. So this is an example of documentation comment. So when I was discussing with you about different types of comments, I was discussing what is the use of single line comment, what is the use of multi-line comment, and what is the use of documentation comment. So this is one simple example of going for documentation comment. So I'm just getting the request and response parameters. So protected void process request, request and response, these two are given as input parameters to this process request. So all these are the different .java files. I can go for college details.java, or I can go for admin.java. So all these are the different .java files that are present in my project. So whenever I want to define any annotation, so I'm just mentioning here as @web servlet annotation. So name equal to admin and URL patterns, I'm just mentioning the corresponding URL patterns here. So with this, I'm just stopping today. I hope I'm clear with whatever I have explained. So I explained with you about counseling management system. So this is one more application that can be developed using Java. Still many other type of applications can be developed using Java. If you are interested, you can go to InstaMojo and you can register for Java Full Stack Internship Program, JFSMC3. This is the coupon code. Once you register for the internship, you will be getting access to the PPTs, the recorded videos, the project files, how the projects are being developed. You will be gaining more practical knowledge. Once you attend this masterclass for 25 days, you will be receiving a free webinar certificate, and the internship users, they will be receiving an internship certificate as well as a participation certificate. If you are interested, you can go to InstaMojo and you can register for Java Full Stack Internship Program, JFSMC3. This is the coupon code. Once you register for the internship, you will be getting access to the PPTs, the recorded videos, the project files, how the projects are being developed. You will be gaining more practical knowledge. Once you attend this masterclass for 25 days, you will be receiving a free webinar certificate, and the internship users, they will be receiving an internship certificate as well as a participation certificate. So what is the benefits of this internship? So 30 days of live sessions, 90 days of access to the records. You will be getting the downloadable presentations, and by the end of internship, you will be getting a internship certification. So what we are going to see in this 30 days masterclass. So firstly, I just discussed with you about Java concepts, OOPS concepts, and then I gave you some introduction to HTML. What do you mean by hypertext markup language? What are all the different types of tags and attributes available in HTML? And then I gave you some introduction to servlets. What is the use of servlets? So what are all the different, how to handle some client requests. So and then I am going to discuss with you about the database section, MySQL. So how to create database, how to create tables, how to insert records, delete records. So and then I will be discussing JDBC, how to integrate, connect Java with the database. And finally, I will be discussing how to develop some full stack website using Java. So this is what we are going to see in this 30 days masterclass. So with this, I'm just stopping this video. Remaining things, I will just continue in my next videos. Thank you all.